EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. For years, the NFL's best received a trip to Honolulu or Orlando for their efforts, but now they get a trip to Vegas as EA Sports welcomes you to Allegiant Stadium here in Southern Nevada. Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out. As our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there at the 28-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. Justin Jefferson, 37 yards. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you watch your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 64 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Mahomes now on first down. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First and 10, Taylor now. Pass the 20. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 48 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was a gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
46-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Punching it in from a yard away. And the NFC has taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Miko Hardman, 77 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 30-yard line. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC has broken this tie. Butker now to add the extra point.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Running with Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up past the 45 to the 47. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the AFC adds on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Our home team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And a 42-yard down here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll got his man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 29-yard line.
This him brought in by Jefferson. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
39-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the 1st half.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll throw now on the final play. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And that's picked up by the AFC. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30. 10. And he's going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 33-yard.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Steps away. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Joey Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Loose football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mahomes now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They needed to break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Flushed out right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard.
Kamara trying again. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Alvin Kamara with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the NFC able to get a bit closer.
The kick is good.
A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this back. A fumble return for an NFC touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
3/4 in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And some room to work. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 64 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
our home team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 20.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And no, it's incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. He pitches it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Yeah, he will score. Touchdown, AFC. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC adds on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score. Visitors 49. Our home team 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
3 yards remain for second down.
Brings up second and 3.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game.